My name is Barbara Gray and I am the founder of Kinaraa CIC, which is a Black-led infrastructure organisation based in South East London. So Kinaraa was formed in 2021, immediately after COVID-19 and the George Floyd, to provide a strategic organisation in the borough with the largest black population in the UK. So it was around creating systems change, which is everybody now knows is very clear is needed, but also to be working with the community, the black community, it's Black African and Caribbean community, so that they have a voice, and also to grow the black third sector through funding and commissioning, so it's about community wealth building as well. What COVID-19 showed was that black-led organisations historically have not had funding, so of course when there was a crisis in a borough like Lewisham, they just didn't have the resources to do what they needed to do, which meant that the response that was needed to fill the gap for the black community just wasn't there in the way it needed to be. Because of the way the system worked, there was a review of the emergency response in Lewisham, which was fantastic, but there was no black representation at all in the strategic planning of that emergency response, which meant that it wasn't culturally relevant. We brought together 6 black-led organisations who put on a culturally relevant programme, providing culturally relevant food, African, Caribbean and Asian meals, delivered hot meals to people's doors, telephone befriending, and we had hundreds of telephone calls. So it just goes to show just how quickly the black-led organisations could come together, identify the issue, and within 2 weeks have a solution up and running, which was funded by a private sector funder. Kinaraa was there to kind of take that model forward and to step in that space to do the systems change work that was needed as well alongside it. Today we're going to be doing some of the work in London around Agbero, and I'm going to be one of the outreach people. So because I'm already doing that work in South East London, working with voluntary and community sector and through them really connecting into the community, it gives me an opportunity to do that even further, to connect them into a wider programme of capacity building and particularly linked to the wealth building, because I think if COVID-19 showed you that they have no wealth, and if you have no money, then it's very difficult to be able to do what you want to do or sustain it. And if you have no assets, then it's very difficult to grow. So I'm really interested in this thing of assets, because many black-led organisations are in those places where the buildings and things are worth so much more than they were before. And I want the future generation, it's a legacy piece of work really, so that the next 2 generations, they have got assets there and they don't have to be applying for any grants. The support I need is, it's great being part of the wider Agbero programme, because at least it gives it a bit more kudos, and it gives us that systems change thing. It's a kind of a national thing now rather than just in our local authority area. So I think just being part of that team and having access to information and being able to connect, because today was a fantastic opportunity to connect with people, that's going to be really important. Any frameworks that we can use locally to be able to capture the learning, because that's really important to do. Opportunities to be able to offer wider range of capacity building in terms of skills and knowledge, that would be brilliant. And opportunities to bring them together, so across South East London or the London region, but also to bring those organisations together as part of a national programme, which I think will be very powerful in terms of a message, but very empowering for the people that are there. And I think for Kinaraa, it just strengthens the whole idea of infrastructure in terms of what it can do.